guarantees the future of his despotic regime. A fourth nuclear test in early 2016 prompted unprecedented UN sanctions, but a fifth test still followed. The brazen February 13 assassination of Kim Jong-nam, Kim Jong-un's estranged half-brother, at Kuala Lumpur International Airport was bookended by missile tests one day before and 3 weeks after. Experts posit that North Korea is 4 to 5 years away from developing a nuclear-armed ballistic missile capable of decimating an American city. However, Tae Yong-ho, a former deputy ambassador to London who defected to South Korea late last year, said the secretive regime wants to capitalize on the disruptive election of US President Donald Trump and impeachment of South Korean President Park Geun-hye to realize full nuclear capability at all costs by the end of 2017. Whoever becomes South Korea's new leader has three options for dealing with Kim Jong-un. None are great. Nathan J. Hunt, head of 3D reconstruction at the Strategic Sentinel analysis firm in Washington, D.C., has been modeling North Korean missile and nuclear facilities for 16 years. He tells Time that the 4 to 5 year range is pretty much accurate. However, he highlights that North Korea has already mastered submarine launch capability and has canisterized its Pukgoksong-2, Polaris-2, ballistic missile ahead of predications. This key development means rockets are kept in mobile environmentally controlled canisters for launch anywhere, anytime. They can erect it, it's cold launched and then ignites, Hunt says. They don't have to fuel it. However, this latest salvo of 4 rockets launched March 6, 3 of which fell into Japan's exclusive economic zone, a fifth failed, was probably more for propaganda value. They were older generation extended-range Scud missiles for regional use, and were likely launched as a show of force as the US and South Korea undergo annual military drills, which North Korea views as a rehearsal for invasion. South Korea has also just accepted the first US THAAD anti-missile battery this week, much to the ire of Pyongyang and Beijing. Still, those launches were strategically significant as the first from Sohae satellite launching station, actually from a field nearby, which is generally used for space launches and the static test firing of missile engines. Sohae launches provide more range to gain altitude over the Korean peninsula and so are better suited for intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBM. The regime may be getting the world used to missile tests from Sohae as they move forward with actual ICBM tests. That way when they do a true ICBM test it's not going to be that big of a shock, says Hunt. An ICBM test is much more sophisticated, involving a multi-stage missile, and would be a major step forward. The impoverished nation of 25 million has already successfully completed 2-stage launches but would need to perfect 3-stage to develop true ICBM capability. This is what is ultimately necessary to hit the US mainland. San Francisco is 8,200 kilometers away. New York City is 10,800 kilometers. North Korea would need a missile that can take off, exit the Earth's atmosphere, handle re-entry without burning up and deliver a miniaturized nuclear payload to a specific target. That is no mean feat and took Western powers half a century to get pretty much right, though the technology is still by no means perfect. March's UN sanctions were designed to hamper the regime's pursuit of that technology by limiting the import of specialist, high-grade materials. Although this has had some mild success slowing down development works, North Korean scientists are very smart, says Hunt, and have found workarounds for a number of problems. They have already conducted heat shield testing earlier than initially predicted, and so solid-state ballistic missile re-entry capability could also be developed relatively soon. Once you have an ICBM missile you have to put an atomic warhead on the end.